Hello, I'm Professor Gema Frühbeck, the President of the European Association for the Study of Obesity. Today I will be talking about obesity as a gateway disease. Obesity is a complex disease generating from the multifaceted interactions of genetic and environmental factors, therefore a gateway to ill health. Energy balance results from intake and expenditure. Both of these factors are impacted by genetics and epigenetics, the endocrine system, the nervous system, but also by our daily nutrition and physical activity and environmental factors. WHO has shown that there has been an increase in the global trends of obesity. Since 1980, the figures have been tripled. Therefore, obesity leads to the development of a number of comorbidities, and by treating or preventing obesity first, those who are overweight or obese are less likely to go on to develop comorbidities, or are more likely to see an improvement in existing comorbidities. The risk of developing more than one comorbidity is higher with increased body weight. Therefore, by treating obesity, you are able to close the gate to future medical conditions. So, obesity is frequent, serious, complex, and chronic. WHO emphasizes that 44% of the diabetes burden, 23% of the ischemic heart disease burden, and around 7 to 41% of certain cancers are attributable to overweight and obesity. In the majority of the European countries, overweight and obesity are responsible for 80% of the cases of type 2 diabetes, 35% of the ischemic heart disease burden, and 55% of hypertensive disease among adults. In addition to the already mentioned, obesity also impacts on obstructive sleep apnea, stroke, and arthritis. Therefore, obesity is associated with a whole number of comorbidities. The good news, though, is that 5 to 10% weight loss has beneficial effects. In fact, significant health benefits can be achieved with a sustained weight loss of 5 to 10% in people with obesity. The clinical benefits of this weight loss include a reduction in type 2 diabetes, obviously a reduction in cardiovascular risk factors, improvements in blood pressure, and improvements in obstructive sleep apnea. All of these relate to improvements in health-related quality of life. However, many physiological changes occur, and energy restriction triggers biological adaptations to prevent starvation, so that appetite increases due to an altered hormone level. However, energy expenditure decreases due to the body adjusting to an increased body weight. When talking about weight loss, we tend to focus on kilograms of weight loss, or BMI, since BMI is the most common measure for overweight and obesity. It is calculated as the weight expressed in kilograms divided by the height squared. However, BMI does not distinguish body composition and provides misleading information about body mass content. In fact, the use of BMI results in false positive. Thereby, 80% of overweight individuals are already obese according to body composition, and even lean individuals, 30% of them, can also exhibit obesity due to increased body fat. So there is a need to go beyond BMI. An interesting and easy measure is waist circumference, since it provides information about the distribution of body fat. People that carry an excess body fat in their abdominal cavity are more likely to suffer from the consequences of being overweight and have an increased cardiometabolic risk. The cutoffs in women are over 80 centimeters and in men over 94 centimeters. The cutoffs for body fat differ between gender, So for males, the normal weight ranges between 10 and 20%, and we talk about obesity above 25%. In the case of females, the normal weight range is between 20 and 30%, and we talk about obesity above 35%. There are different equipments to determine body fat. You can use skin folds, you can use bioimpedance, we can also use DEXA scanning, and we can use air displacement plethysmography, what is called the BOT-POT.